Problem number 1, A, asks for the cube root of 27. So they're asking you what number could you use as a factor 3 times, that's where the index comes in. What number could you multiply or use as a factor 3 times that would equal 27? Well, the answer would be 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. Here they're asking you what number, so the 4th root of 16 on B asks you what number could you use as a factor 4 times that would equal 16. And our answer would be 2, because 2 times 2 is equal to 4, times 2 is equal to 8, times 2 equals 16. Here they're asking you the 6th root of 1. The answer to that is going to be 1, because, can you figure out the rest? I'm going to use 1 as a factor 6 times. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. So that's problem number 1. Alright, in problem number 3, you're supposed to evaluate the expression. Well, 9 to the 1/2 power is the same as 9 to the 1 with a square to the 2's on the outside. That's our index. This is just the square root of 9, which is 3. 16 to the 1/2 power, 16 to the 1 with the 2 outside, which is just the square root of 16, which is 4. 25 to the 1/2 power is 25 to the first. 2's out there. That's just the square root of 25, which is 5. 27 to the 1/3 power. 27 to the first, it's a cube root, and that's going to be 3. 125 to the 1/3 power. Remember, the cube root of 27 asks you what number could you multiply as a factor or use as a factor 3 times, whose answer would be 27. The answer is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. Here, 125 to the 1/3 is the same as 125 to the first, 3rd root, which is just the cube root of 125. What number could I use as a factor 3 times that when multiplied will equal 125? The answer is 5. Here, this is asking the same question, but you notice it's negative 125. The answer here would be negative 5. 81 to the 1/4 is the same as the 4th root of 81 to the first, or just the 4th root of 81. What number could I use as a factor 4 times that would equal 81? Well, that would be 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. Negative 243 to the 1/5. Well, let's see here. What number could I use? Let's see. Okay, this is the same as negative 3 to the 5th to the 1/5. And using my rules of exponents, the power raised to the power means we're going to multiply those two exponents together. So this is equal to negative 3 to the 5 times 1/5. Well, that's equal to negative 3 over 5/5, which is equal to negative 3 to the first, which is negative 3. That would be my answer. 128 to the 7th, that is the same as 2 to the 7th raised to the 1/7, which is 2 to the 7 over 7, 2 to the 1st, which is just plain 2. And 16 to the 0.25 is the same as 16 to the 1/4, which is the same as the 4th root of 16. What number could I use as a factor 4 times that would equal 16? The answer to that is 2.